Hello everyone. So I'm going to try to make it a habit to come on here and just speak about the energies, especially when it's a full moon. Today is a full moon in Pisces. We are Friday the 13th, September 13th. And some of you might be really feeling that energy intensively. I was really thinking about coming on and making a video like this. I felt nudged to do it, but at the same time, I was kind of resisting it just because I'm really tired and I have so many other things to do. And so here I am. I feel like I need to bring out the messages to a lot of you, maybe who are, struggling, questioning, reflecting. Maybe you feel alone in this type of energy and you feel like you're the only person in the world who feels off and out of balance. So I'm here to tell you, no, you are not the only one. You are never alone. We are going to be feeling these energies as a collective. So the ones who actually do resist this type of energy and, pretty much say, in an energetic way, obviously, I'm not affected by anything. Well, these energies will show up in different ways, in different aspects of your life, if you don't accept them, if you don't look at them energetically. So the full moon in Pisces is very intense. Pisces is a water sign. Water is emotion. So whenever we have a full moon in a water sign, it really brings us to that awareness of our emotional world. It brings us to the depths of our emotions. And a lot of us are not used to feeling our emotions to that extent, which is understandable. We've been conditioned in the society to be driven. We're very fire energy. We were driven to succeed, driven to find a job, driven to succeed in school, being the provider in our families, whether you're mom or dad. So we don't really have this training or conditioning in any way to feel our feelings. And this is what it's making us do, and it's making us uncomfortable. And so this is going to be different for everybody. So in what aspect of your life are you being triggered? So this is my question to you. It might be in your job. It might be in your relationships. It might be in your partnership. It might be within your family unit. It might be at school if you're a student. It's going to be different. It can also be with money, your relationship to money. So just ask yourself, how are you triggered? Are you triggered in, your relationships? Are you triggered at work? That's where the message is going to help you figure out what needs to be changed, what needs to be adjusted. And some of you might not want to face that because you might say, well, I need my job and I need this relationship. Like, I feel comfortable in this relationship. I feel comfortable at my job in the sense it provides me with security and financial stability. But at the same time, it makes me miserable. At the same time, I can't connect with anybody I work with. At the same time, people don't get me. People don't understand me. At the same time, my boss doesn't allow me to reach my full potential. So I just threw out a lot of information out there, so soak it in. There's a whole train of planets right now. There's like a train of Virgo energy, basically. Mercury, Venus, Mars, the sun, all these planets. It's this Virgo train, we like to call it in astrology. They're all in Virgo. And so Virgo being a very critical sign where it criticizes itself, it criticizes others, it criticizes the situation. You might be harder on yourself. And this is why your emotional world is more difficult to access, because you're like, well, I don't have time to feel these emotions. This is pointless. Newsflash, no, it's not. It's actually forcing you to feel your emotions. And it might not be easy, which is okay, and it's okay to identify that. but it is necessary. What else did I want to tell you guys? Yes, Mars is squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of learning, of expansion, of luck, of it's the teacher in astrology. You know, it's the teacher of out of all the planets, it's our teaching opportunity right now to say, okay, where am I going? What information is being given to me, whether that's at work, my family, within my partnerships, within my friendships. What is not working for me? Because Jupiter is showing you information, is teaching you information, and you have to listen. So maybe if you're Sagittarius, you might feel it a little bit more too, because Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. So a lot of us will be feeling that frustration, the ones that do resist these changes that want to come up for us emotionally. And like I said, you will be faced with more resistance if you don't allow these questions and these adjustments to take place in your life. So it's easier said than done, I agree. However, if you do start the work now, before 2020, then it will get easier for you in 2020. If you avoid the work, and when I say the work, it's the internal work, the personal, internal, spiritual, psychological, emotional, whatever you want to call it. It's taking a look at yourself and taking a look at your values, taking a look at what no longer is working around you, and seeing what is not connecting with your spirit anymore. What changes need to be made. Now, traditions will trigger you because you want to follow traditions. You have been conditioned and you are used to following a traditional standpoint. This will be difficult if you resist it, like I said. So I did pull out some cards before I wrap up because we are at 7 minutes and I do want this video to fit in my Instagram post. I did pull out the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is all about traditions, and I'm sorry about the noise in the back. Hierophant is about traditions. It's about those moral codes. It's divine order. But as we go along here, we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is moving away from traditions, mentally moving away. You see, Six of Swords. Swords is our mentality, is thoughts, communication. How are you trying to gain peace of mind from moving away from these traditions, these unwritten laws, these unwritten rules that society places upon us from a very young age? So what is it that you need to gain peace of mind from on this full moon in Pisces? So I leave you with that thought, everyone. Have a good full moon, and please do connect with me and reach out if you do need a personal reading. I have a YouTube channel for the ones who don't know. All my information is in my bio and then in the description below. Have a good one, guys. Take care.